Hey guys, welcome back to OMFG Network. I'm Tyson. As always with me is Craig. And today we are going to talk about Starcraft 2, one of our favorite games. It's been out for a while and we think it's awesome. We're going to kind of talk about it in comparison to Starcraft 1. It's kind of going to be a short video, but we'll probably talk about it a lot more in the future, especially with Heart of the Swarm coming out next year, which we can't wait for. I don't know, Craig, what did you think about Starcraft 2 in light of Starcraft 1?
I think that Starcraft 2, kind of comparing the two, I think that the campaigns were very, I thought the Starcraft 2 campaign was a lot of fun. They had, 30 levels, which is about the same as the last one. I liked it a lot. I think it's a really balanced game, especially the multiplayer. They spent a lot of time on the multiplayer, and I think that's a good thing.
Definitely.
Because when it comes down to it, a game like that, at least if they're only going to put in 30 levels for an RTS, that's not that much gameplay. So having a really good multiplayer gives you the the value for the bang for your buck, getting the amount of time playing the game out of how much money you spent on it.
Definitely, and I think they took that to heart. One of StarCraft's great strengths is the multiplayer. StarCraft 1, I played online, we played it online together. We played StarCraft 2 together. Yeah, definitely the online. If you don't have the online gameplay, it's very limited. But with an RTS, the online gameplay is fantastic because it's so different playing a person who thinks creatively, thinks differently, than it is playing a computer who you can pretty much say, you're going to send waves and waves of bad guys into my siege tanks, into my cannons, into my spine crawlers, and you got to be prepared for everything a human can think of. One of the things I wasn't so appreciative about StarCraft 2 is the 11-year wait for it. Holy crap. I don't know what you guys are doing. Obviously very busy with WoW, Blizzard, but 11 years for StarCraft 2. I've never waited that long for a sequel. I think the only other sequel that we had to wait that long for was World War II.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, seriously.
It just doesn't seem to make any sense. I mean, and even if, say, you didn't start working on it for 5 years, still, 5 years for an RTS that you already have the groundwork for. You have StarCraft 1. StarCraft 2 plays just like StarCraft 1.
It's true.
I mean, they've changed some mechanics. They added a lot of shortcuts. They made a lot of improvements to it. But at some point, it's an RTS.
But 11 years worth of improvements.
11 years? Like, come on, guys. I mean,
I don't think there was 11 years worth of improvement.
I completely agree. The other thing is that it's our personal opinion, or at least my personal opinion, that an RTS is just not that hard. I mean,
no,
they made it, and what I don't agree with is they made 3D models out of every piece in the game, and I think that that's a waste. StarCraft 2 was built on sprites. Use sprites. Sprites are little pictures that change and make the guy look like he's running, but he's not actually running. It's just a changing picture.
It's true.
And you know what you got to do in an RTS? There's no reason to have to be able to pan in and see what's going on because you can't play the game at that level.
It's true. I didn't even know it existed until I accidentally found it, and I was like, wow, really? Why? Why do I need to see my zealot this close? I'm not his friend. I'm sending him to die.
He's cool looking, but I can also grab a screenshot somewhere else.
It's true.
It just seems like a waste of well, personally, it's a waste of my computing power because my computer can't run the stupid thing on the highest graphics possible because it's not powerful enough because they made everything 3D. It's
true. I felt like StarCraft 2, like as far as the game mechanics, the software itself, it felt like sort of like Windows Vista. It's great, it looks cool, but it's kind of a hardware hog. It's kind of bloated.
It's like they didn't bother to shrink it down and make it efficient.
It definitely felt like they made this game and they just put it out there in the world. They didn't try to say, oh, let's pick through it and make it smaller. And that was one of the big disappointments. Was I was just like, yeah, it seems like it would run better. You had 11 years. I'll never get over this number. Yeah. 11 years to figure this out, and it didn't. Again, probably busy making gazillions of dollars with WoW.
Making your golden toilets off of your WoWs.
Off of the WoW. But
one thing I did really like, though, about StarCraft 2 is that they made StarCraft different from Warcraft. Warcraft is all about the heroes and upgrading your heroes, and they moved that into what is now World of Warcraft.
Definitely.
Well, what they did is they pulled all that back and took it all out of. There are some special units in StarCraft, but it's not about that special unit. It's about the units as a whole and your micro and macro in the game. And I think that that's a really important distinction between the two, because if it would just become StarCraft WoW, then that would be kind of like cheapen the game a little bit too.
Definitely, there's no unit in StarCraft 1 or 2 that's sort of the end-all unit, and I really like that. It lends a balance to the game that you don't find anywhere else. I think StarCraft 2, that's one thing they definitely did right. They balanced the game perfectly.
And they're continually balancing the
balancing the game with the thousands of patches. I don't think it's thousands, but
lots of patches.
Lots of patches. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about StarCraft more in the future. It's one of our favorite games. We like playing, we like watching. But I think right now we have to go. Thanks for watching. This is OMFG Network. I'm Tyson. This is Craig. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.